Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing really well. If you're new here, hello, hi, my name is Simone, and if you're returning, as always, it's so great to see you guys again. If you're returning as well, you may notice something slightly different about me. I've spoke about this in previous vlogs, and I did say I was on a huge journey to composite bonding, and I am finally at the end of the journey. I got my composite bonding and I'm so happy with it. So I thought I would do a super duper informative video. So if you are new here and you clicked on this video and you want to find out more about composite bonding, aka composite veneers, then definitely stick around because this video is just for you. So I'm actually going to talk to you guys all about my journey to composite bonding, why I got it done, all the steps I had to take to get here. Obviously this will be so different for everyone depending on whether you need Invisalign, whether your teeth are absolutely fine, or whether you just need some extra work done like I did. So I'll go into all of the details. I will talk more about composite bonding, explain what it is, answer some questions you guys had for me on Instagram, and I'm hoping for this video to be as informative as possible. But I also suggest you go out and do your own research if you are interested in composite bonding / veneers. So if you're interested in watching this video, then definitely stick around and I will get straight into the nitty-gritty all about composite bonding / veneers. So now is your moment to grab a hot drink, grab a glass of wine, whatever you want. This is going to be super duper chatty, and I'll tell you guys all about my experience with composite bonding. So I thought I would just share a bit of my journey and kind of how I got to composite bonding, because I actually inquired about composite bonding a whole year ago and kind of started that journey. So it was actually one of the coordinators at the dentist who said, it's not an overnight thing, it's most definitely a journey, and that is exactly what it was for me and what it felt like for me. So initially, if we take it way back, throughout my teenage years, I had braces. I feel like I had braces for such a long time. So a bit of backstory on that. When I was really young, I used to suck my thumb, and that obviously protruded my two front teeth out way further than they naturally sit. So I had braces to correct that, and I feel like I had it for years, and I absolutely hated that time because obviously braces are painful. This is pre-Invisalign days, and yeah, Invisalign was just not a thing. But overall, I'm so glad I spent those years with braces, because my teeth after braces was not actually that bad at all. I did have a small gap in between my two front teeth, and because I wasn't consistent with wearing the retainers after wearing braces, I mean, I was so young that it hurt. Obviously it was my parents who invested in me getting braces. So I feel like as an adult, if I was to redo the whole braces thing and then get a retainer to keep the teeth together, I most definitely would have done that, because obviously braces are so expensive, and obviously having braces and Invisalign, everything like that is so expensive. So you have to be really committed to wearing your braces, wearing your retainer throughout the pain. And yeah, basically I didn't do that, because when I was supposed to wear my retainer, I used to take them out because it used to hurt so much. So my teeth naturally kind of started getting little gaps in between, kind of spreading back out, and then eventually they just stopped moving. How composite bonding came about was I just got really annoyed at the spaces in between my teeth, and I was starting to hear a bit more about composite bonding, composite veneers. I knew for a fact I did not want to get actual veneers. There was no way I was shaving my teeth down. Like, I'm just not that committed to the cause. I was like, I will happily take my insecure smile and carry on with my life, but I knew that was not a question. But when I heard about composite bonding and how the material was applied and how you can kind of go back to your normal teeth if you wanted to, I knew that would be much more up my street. So when I did find a dentist that I wanted to go to for composite bonding, obviously I went there. It was a dentist in London, and they had a look at my teeth. They took photos of my teeth, and they suggested I get composite bonding on my top 8 teeth. I decided to keep my bottom teeth absolutely normal because they're actually pretty straight. So I personally loved my bottom set of teeth, so I actually didn't want to touch them at all. It was just the gaps in like literally the front 8 teeth. And obviously that's the first thing people see when you smile. So I decided to go ahead and get the show underway, basically. So the first thing I did was see a hygienist, because After years of wearing braces, my gums almost inherited like deep pockets. So basically they separated from my teeth. It's not something that's visibly, like you could visibly see, but I always had really sensitive gums. They would bleed really easy. I was always seeing like hygienists and they would always like get me to keep on top of things. So I always had to use interdental brushes, floss, electric toothbrush, literally the full shebang. And I would 100% advise everyone to see a hygienist at least twice a year, because it's such like they see things that your normal dentist, if you're going for a checkup, won't see. So 100% see a hygienist if you can, because you do learn like so many different things, like how to brush, like the correct way of brushing and using an electric toothbrush. So I was advised to see the periodontist, who is like the next person up from your hygienist, because my case with my gums was actually quite severe, and obviously I was battling with it for so many years. He said it would be really good for me to undergo something called periodontal therapy. Now this is a procedure where they numb your entire mouth and literally go way beyond the like gum line and clean like literally like the lower regions of your tooth, so like the bottom of your tooth. And our teeth are quite long, so I basically had that done on the top and the bottom. I think it took around 2 hours. I think I've got some pictures of what I looked like straight after. Everything was sore, my mouth, I literally couldn't feel anything. However, the outcome was unbelievable. I was so shocked at like the drastic improvement it made. So after that I saw the periodontist again, and he was super happy with the results that the periodontal therapy had, and I was one step closer to getting my composite bondings. The next step was I then saw the dentist that specializes in the composite bonding. He basically checked my teeth and was like, yep, you're ready to book in your composite bonding, and basically offered me gum contouring that he thought would really help with the bonding. Now this is a whole separate procedure, and I just agreed to do it straight away. So literally as I was in the chair, he said, look, we can do it now if you want. And I thought, you know what am I waiting for? No point me going home to think about it then come back. So I just agreed to do it right there and then. So after the contouring of the gums, I did film a video. So excuse the mess of a state that I look, but I just got back from London and I had a very impromptu procedure done. I had my gums lasered. I'm going through the composite bonding journey. My lovely dentist suggested, for an overall better appearance, for me to have my gums lasered. So he checked my enamel and he confirmed that my enamel sits, basically a lot of my enamel was covered by my gums before. So for my teeth to look more like long and feminine as opposed to quite square, he suggested doing the lasering. So I had the option to wait a couple weeks, think about it, or just do it today. So I ended up just doing it today. So here is the result. And I have subtly got a bit of a longer looking at like teeth now, I guess you can say. So it is really subtle but so effective. As soon as I saw it, I was in love. So what he does is he numbed like all the front of my gums, and that was probably the most painful bit, to be honest. So he numbed all the front of my gums, then went in with some kind of electric sort of tool. I don't even know what to call it. Oh, and laughing there just made my gums hurt. I wonder if it's bruised. Doesn't look it. Anyways, so basically what they do to like laser your gums is, so I guess it's like some kind of lasering tool that he used to laser a few millimeters off my teeth. Not my teeth, sorry, my gums. So I just wanted to say that it is, the only part that's painful is the injections. There was quite a lot, probably about a minute worth of injections. But to be honest, I didn't feel it that much because he also numbed, like, just did like a numbing gel before. And then the actual lasering, I didn't feel a thing, so I was really happy about that. And then when I left, I almost felt like, I was gonna say, it just is so quick as well. I was literally in and out in 10 minutes. And I now have to wait 5 or 6 weeks for the healing process, and then I can get my scans to carry on this composite bonding journey. And it really is a journey, I tell you that. This whole journey took just over a year because unfortunately I had to move my appointment a couple times, and every time I moved it I'd have to wait another like 6 or 7 weeks. So I knew, like, when I got my appointment, I was not trying to move it again. So on the actual appointment day, whew, I think it was like 8 weeks of waiting for the appointment to actually come, if not longer. It might have been longer than that. The appointment day was finally here. It was a 9 AM appointment, and I was told to eat beforehand because I would be undergoing the procedure for 4 hours long, and I think in the end it was just under 4 hours, and it went pretty quick, to be fair. So what they did was they started on the outer teeth, like the teeth furthest to the back, and then worked forward, and we were allowed to break every 2 teeth that were bonded, essentially. So that is the journey, and this is how my teeth look now. I think it's been the best kind of lead up to having composite bonding. So composite bonding is also known as something called composite veneers. It's the exact same thing. So I know it does get a bit confusing sometimes, but composite bonding and composite veneers are essentially the same thing. You do get to choose the color of the bonding that you want, and the bonding is actually like a resin-like material that the dentist will lay on your teeth and then kind of cure it with a blue light. Then it's filed and shaped to exactly the requirements that you want, whether you want your teeth with a gap, because I could actually keep the gap if I wanted, whether you want your teeth at different lengths, whether you want them all the same length, you know, you can do it exactly how you want it. You can get the color exactly how white you want it or how natural you want it. So I think I went like in the middle. So the thing with composite bonding is you're not shaving your teeth down, because obviously your teeth stay as they are, and it's just underneath. The procedure can be reversible, and it does last between 5 and 8 years depending on how you look after them. So when you get into the appointment, each tooth that is being composite bonded, they will polish and clean, and then a dental bond will be added to the tooth. It's then cured, I believe, and then the resin material goes on top, and then it's cured again. And I think you kind of cure it quite frequently, the front and the back, to obviously make sure that the resin material is completely bonded to the tooth. So they use a blue light to do this, and it almost reminds me of like when you get your nails like gelled, you add a bit of gel, you cure it, you add a bit of gel, you cure it, and it's completely the same kind of procedure. It's also worth mentioning as well, once you have composite bonding done, you are okay to start eating as soon as you leave the dentist appointment. There's no restrictions, and that is another thing. After sitting on the dentist chair for 4 hours, I was absolutely starving by the end of it, because I'm not a morning person, and I don't eat first thing in the morning. So by the end of that appointment, I was so hungry that if I had to wait another few hours to be able to eat, I would have starved. So you can eat and drink as normal straight after the appointment. Thank goodness. So some things you need to know before getting composite bonding is you do need to get your teeth to the whiteness that you want it, because the composite bonds cannot be whitened. So I did 2 weeks of whitening. I did use just an at-home whitening kit, but the dentist can also provide you with your own set of whitening trays. It did end up costing more, so I just used the whitening kits that I had myself. So you can use your own whitening kits at home to save a bit of money, and you want to get your teeth to the whiteness that you want them to be before getting the bonds added. I do still want to get my bottom teeth whitened a bit more, so I can just continue doing my lower teeth so they can eventually match up to the whiteness of my teeth now. So another thing I'll mention again is you do need to take such good care of your composite bonds, because you want them to have like the longest lifespan as possible, so you don't have to then have them redone, because I believe it's between 5 and 8 years they last. So I did ask you guys on Instagram to send me some questions. I thought I'd rather answer your questions than give you loads of information that you essentially might not even want. So I will answer a few of those questions. So one of the questions was, why did you get it done? And obviously the whole journey sort of explains that I was just really insecure about my teeth in the past, and I feel like your teeth is the first thing people see, so I really just wanted to invest in being more confident in my smile and, you know, just feeling good about myself. It can really affect your confidence, so I thought this, for me personally, was such a great investment because I feel so confident now, and now I feel like I love my teeth. And I've never ever said that before. I genuinely love my teeth now. The next question was, how did it feel? Like, how does it feel? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, as soon as I was handed the mirror after I got it done, I was like taken aback, like, wow, they look perfect, but they also felt really big and looked big. And I remember leaving the appointment and the girls at the desk were like, PS, they're gonna feel really big and you're gonna feel really like, whoa, overwhelmed. And I did. I was just a bit like, oh my god, like I look so different. And it does change kind of the look of your face, and I'm still, to be honest now, still getting used to it. I feel like my lips are not familiar with the new teeth yet. Also, speaking, like, it completely changed the way I spoke. Like I felt like I had a lisp straight after. So again, like even my tongue like wasn't used to, it's like a foreign object in my mouth. That is what it feels like, a foreign object in my mouth. Every day that goes by, I'm getting more and more comfortable with it, which is really nice. This is the first time I'm filming, so I feel like I'm filming, I talk and like project my voice, and it feels weird. I'm not gonna lie, it feels weird filming for the first time with these teeth, because the more I project, the more I can almost hear my lisp, or have to, I've probably edited all my repeating words a few times. So yeah, it does take some getting used to, but yeah, they just feel a bit big and a bit bold. So I just feel like teeth. I literally just feel like my face is teeth right now. Also, that first day, you cannot stop looking in the mirror and looking at reflective surfaces, because it was just like, whoa. But I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, it does take some time getting used to, but I still think it was like the best decision I've ever done. Next, you guys asked, how much does composite bonding cost? And the answer to that really is, it depends on your journey, because I had so much done beforehand, like all of that was separate cost. The actual composite bonds themselves, I think it was roughly £356 per tooth, but I will put it on screen just in case if I've got that wrong. I had 8 teeth done, so that's obviously the price per tooth times 8, and then on top of that you have like the whitening trays that also need to be covered, your consultation. I also had scans done for them to like mold a tray for the bonds to be applied. I know that sounds mind-blowing, but I think they make exact molds of your teeth and then kind of use that as a base when they're doing the kind of filing and the bonding process. Now, this is where I'm like, you need to do your own research, because I'm not a dentist and I'm literally just kind of telling you guys what I saw and what I experienced. So yeah, the cost really just depends on what you need done. You might just need like 4 or 6 done, but I was advised to get 8 because of my smile and the size of my mouth. And obviously you don't want to see on the side of my teeth like the bonds where they stop, you know. So it was advised that I got 8, so I went ahead and got 8, but you might not need 8. Sorry guys, my camera just ran out of storage, but I think I finished saying what I was meant to say there. Next question was, does it hurt? No, it does not hurt, thank God, because after all the procedures that I told you that I did, and that it required so many injections to numb my mouth, I was just fed up. I was so fed up, and I was really thankful that this composite bondings didn't require injections or anything. You're awake the entire time, it does not hurt. There was a little bit of sensitivity at some points when it came to like the filing parts, but essentially no, it does not hurt. I was so pleased. So happy that it didn't hurt, because I think after having braces as a child, I genuinely hate going to dentists and sitting in their chair. So the fact that this appointment was 4 hours, I'm so glad it was a pain-free 4 hours. It was really, really chilled. It was just playing music and staring at holiday locations on the screen above the dentist chair. So there was no pain involved. So another question is, did they file your teeth down? And no, the teeth weren't filed down. Thank God. I would never file my own teeth down. I'd rather just live with my own teeth than having them filed down, because that is just weird. Like, I personally find it weird to file your teeth down. Like, that is, you can't reverse that. And yeah, no, that kind of really scares the life out of me. So I think I've covered everything now. I really hope I haven't forgotten anything. Obviously, if I have forgotten anything, if there's any questions you want to know, then just drop them in the comments box down below and I will get back to you guys ASAP. I'm always in the comments, so have a chat. Let me know what you guys think of my new teeth. Let me know if I'm talking like a bloody crazy person, because that's what I feel like right now. I am still getting used to the size of them in my mouth, so yeah. But I am totally smitten and obsessed with these teeth. Like, I'm so happy. They're literally everything I've ever wanted. I'll also leave the dentist details of the guy that I went to, and I would always encourage you guys to do your own research. Do your own research, do lots of research before committing to something like composite bonding or composite veneers. And then it is also such a huge investment that you want to make sure it's 100% something that you want to do. Always do your research and obviously do it all for the right reason. That is my composite bonding journey and all the info you need about composite bonding. So guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you guys all really soon. Mwah.